with a comeback win in extra innings yesterday. Tonight, they open up a 4-game series in Milwaukee against the struggling Brewers. Tanner Roark looks to deliver a win and maintain a slim lead in the NL East. After a split in New York at Yankee Stadium, the Nationals head a little bit west of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A youngster getting a quick nap. Oh, there you go. I'm at the ballpark. I'm at Miller Park in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The first of a 4-game set against the Brewers for the Washington Nationals. Hi, everybody. I'm Johnny Holiday along with FP Santangelo. Bob Carpenter taking a couple of days off. The Nationals some momentum coming off that extra inning game yesterday in New York, 5-4. And FP, we continue to go back and think about all the guys in the DL this year. A total of 14 have been put in that list. You can add one today, which made it 14. Ryan Zimmerman goes in the 15-day DL.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good thing that Ryan went on the DL for a number of reasons. When you're injured, you're not going to tell the media you're hurt. You're not going to tell people that the plantar fasciitis is affecting you. So you know it's affecting you. You're not going to say it. But then it starts to get into your head as a player. You start wondering, is it my foot? Is it my swing? He's had a lot of hard luck this year as a hitter, and I think it's good that he takes some time off, gets that thing 100%, and comes back and plays some meaningful games in August and September and hopefully October.
Nats made a move today also, getting a guy named David Carpenter from the New York Yankees to maybe settle down and strengthen the Nats bullpen.
Yeah, this is a guy that's used to the division. He didn't do well in New York, but the Nats pick him up because they've quite frankly had problems in the 8th inning. It's a guy that throws 95, 96 miles an hour. He's got a good slider, and he set up for Craig Kimbrell in Atlanta, and he was lights out. So Mike Rizzo going after the Yankees scrap heap once again. This is a guy that's posted a 2.63 ERA over 126 and 2/3 innings in 2013 and 2014. He's only 29 years old, and he's controllable if he works out to the 2017 season. So I like the move, and we're looking forward to seeing him in a Nats uniform.
Well, if anybody's been solid all season long, it's been the Nationals closer, Drew Storen. 19 saves, 5th in the major leagues in save opportunities, 7th in strikeouts with 32 this year out of the pen. When we come back to Milwaukee, FP's going to sit down and talk to the Nationals closer.
Enough to join us before first pitch. Drew, thanks for coming for the interview today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, FP.
Yeah, it's a pleasure as always. Closed yesterday at Yankee Stadium. Was that cool?
That's very cool. I mean, it's really tough to, really describe how neat it is to run in with the backdrop. It almost is movie-esque. It's a pretty good view from that bullpen there.
That's cool. I saw the penalty box down there. Did you guys have to sit behind a plexiglass, like 2 minutes misconduct?
Yeah, a lot, especially with the warm weather, man. We were in there enjoying the AC quite a bit. It was nice.
That's cool. Okay, what have you learned since 2011 when you saved 43 games to now? What's been the process in the last 4 years?
Just how to pitch more. In 11, I kind of used my stuff more than anything. I was still relatively new, and guys hadn't seen me a whole lot. So now it's, I set guys up a little bit more. I'm able to, command within the zone probably a little bit better. I just kind of would rear back and let it eat a little bit more in 11, and adding the changeup too really helped me.
What's your best pitch? What's your go-to? Game 7 of the World Series, you need a swing and a miss. What's your best pitch?
Probably slider, I guess. That's kind of the difference now. In 11, I would have told you slider, no question. But now it really just depends on the situation. And, this year I'm getting a lot more swing throughs on my fastball. I'm able to elevate the heater a little bit this year, which has really helped. And that also helps set up my slider. So that's kind of the nice thing. I feel like I have 3 quality pitches I can go to at any point. Well,
it's been fun for me to see you since 2011 and watch you grow up at the major league level. Very young, 24 years old. Now you're 27, salty veteran. You seemed excitable back then, and now when I watch you pitch on a daily basis, if a guy gets a bloop single and he's the tie and run, it's like, so what? Mm-hmm. You've learned how to relax out there, it seems like.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of experience and being in every type of situation. Setting up the last couple of years, you come in tight spots with, bases loaded and the game on the line. So, in the 9th inning, you're under control a little bit more of what's going on. And like I said, you just deal with that adversity and you really learn to minimize the game. And I'm able to draw back on previous experiences when I've been in those situations on how to execute.
And as a closer, you have to have a short memory.
Mm-hmm.
So if things don't go well, you want to get right out there the next day.
Yeah, that's what I love about being a bullpen guy. If things don't go well, you're out there the next day and you have the opportunity to save the game. So, it's what have you done for me lately kind of job, but I enjoy that. I enjoy that pressure, and I enjoy the grind of all the 70-some appearances that I'll hopefully get this year, and then knowing that one bad appearance can really screw up your stats.
All right, random question. As a kid, on Christmas Day, you got 2 gloves every year for Christmas. Mm-hmm. You're married now. If you have a boy or a girl, are you going to keep that tradition up?
I think so. I think that'd only be fitting to do that. I probably put some golf stuff in there too, just to help me as a dad, hopefully eventually. But I'll keep the glove tradition alive.
How many did you use during a year?
I'm at number 2 right now, so I might go through about 2 or 3 a year. My game glove from the beginning of the season actually got ruined coming home last road trip. My protein powder blew up in my bag and ruined my glove, so I had to get a new one in shape pretty quickly.
All right, good stuff. You want to be a broadcaster someday when you're done, and that's many years away, but do you want to throw it to lineups and first pitch coming up next?
Sure. Let's kick it to Johnny for lineups and first pitch.
Hey, nicely done, Drew. Nicely done. Starting lineups tonight for Matt Williams, Nationals. Denard Span leads it off at center. Anthony Rodon will hit second. He'll be at second base. Escobar down at third. Then Bryce Harper in the cleanup spot at right. Wilson Ramos will catch, followed by Danny Espinosa tonight at shortstop. Ian Desmond gets the night off. Clint Robinson with Zimmerman going on the DL and handle first base. And then Michael A. Taylor, that dramatic 2-run homer yesterday at Yankee Stadium, tied the game, will hit 8th, and then Tanner Roark on the mound tonight for the Nationals.
Let's see the arsenal for Matt Garza. The fastball last start averaged 94, slider 86, curveball 74. He'll throw an occasional changeup at 85, but his last start he threw the fastball 85% of the time. He's got a career 7.33 ERA against the Nats. But his last 2 outings have been very good. In 12 combined innings against Arizona and Minnesota, gave up just 1 earned run. His ERA has dropped nearly a full run in that span. So he's been good lately.
Garza's a big kid. He's about 6'4", 216.
Let's set the defense behind Matt Garza tonight. Peterson, Parra, Braun in the outfield. Segura, Ramirez, left side. Jeanette Lynn, right side. And Jonathan Lucroy, behind the plate. Matt LaCroix's in the bullpen.
Yeah, the Brewers come home. They are 9-20 at home this year, 22-38 overall. You'll find them 17 games out of first place behind the Cardinals in the National League Central. They have been struggling, FP, no question about that.
They just came off a good road trip where they were 5-4, and they were playing some good ball clubs on that trip. So we'll see how They do here against the Nats tonight. Denard Span, yesterday's hero. Top of the 11th, tie ball game. Didn't know if he was going to play or not. And he finds himself in a big situation. Little chopper up the middle. Steven Drew to his right. Couldn't get Span at first. Tyler Moore scores. And that was the game winner for Denard Span. And a big win, a character win, as we called it yesterday for the Nationals. They won 3 out of 4 against the Yankees, and they're taking the Traveling Roadshow here to Milwaukee tonight. And
probably his biggest RBI of the season. That's number 19 yesterday for Denard Span. A lot of multi-hit games for him. He'll lead it off. He'll be in center field today. Rendon at second base will bat second, and then Escobar down at third today will bat third. Tim Welke, the crew chief, is behind the plate. Mike Everett working at first base. Tim Timmons at second, and Todd Tischner is the umpire down at third. Miller Park in Milwaukee, built about 14 years ago. And I think they expected much more of their ball club this year than they've received as far as wins and losses concerned. Garza will face Denard Span to get this one underway. And what a huge win yesterday, FP, coming out of Yankee Stadium, the way they won that game. And their first strike.
They take 3 out of 4 from the Yankees. That's a good thing. First place, New York Yankees.
Yeah.
3 out of 4 on the season.
And the first place Washington Nationals now, with the Mets losing yesterday. Up by half game. Span will foul it back down the left side, out of play. I think the shock is still settling in, FP, about Ryan Zimmerman having to go on the DL, but it appeared that he really hadn't been himself all season long.
No, he's not going to say anything. He's not going to blame his foot for his struggles. And as a player, you start getting in your own head. Is it the foot? Is it me? Is it my swing? I'm lining out a lot. Do I need to change things? Is it my injury? So, yeah, it's not a bad thing for him to step away for a couple weeks and get 100%.
And the 0-2 to Span is high for ball 1.
And he's had some bad luck the last 5 years. He's been on the DL 5 consecutive years. And the hamstring in 2014, he was hustling down the line in Colorado. The thumb of freak thing last year in Atlanta, diving back to the base. And all of them have just been unfortunate. But better now than later. That's what I told him yesterday. He said, "You've been saying that to me for 5 years."
Going to be around for the stretch run. That's when you want him back.
Absolutely. He'll be back in 2 weeks. You got to get that thing healthy. In the meantime, Clint Robinson going to play a little first. Tyler Moore is going to play some first. And maybe even Danny Espinosa. Who knows?
I know you're not a doctor. You play one on television. But I guess rest is the best thing for his injury.
Yeah, I've never had it, I would assume.
And the pitch to Span is high, and the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. 92 on the gun for Matt Garza. 4-7 on the year with a 5.09 earned run average. His 12th start, 8-9 in Miller Park, career-wise. And the 3-2 to Span. Swinging a shot to right field. That's going to go back and over the head, off the wall. Bryant will play it off the wall. Brought into second base, and Span in there with a double. Another way to start off this ball game.
Well, there goes a no-hitter. Denard Span, 13th double of the season, and you're just wondering, is that going to get out of here? Maybe a little bit too much topspin. But he got a fastball out over the middle of the plate, foot down early, aggressive swing, a healthy swing, it looked like, from Denard Span. And in case Nats fans forgot, this place is a bandbox, especially with the roof closed. Ball flies here.
Yeah, weather outside not cooperating with baseball if you're playing outside. And thank goodness the roof is on, because rain all day today in Milwaukee. Although it's stopped now, and Anthony Rendon looking to perhaps drive it his first run of the season since coming off the DL. Last Thursday came to Washington, 4 for 24 in 6 games played. 167 average. And takes it in there for a strike. Garza's best pitch, FP, is
well, the fastball. He throws it 80% of the time. He'll sink it, he'll cut it, he'll elevate it, he'll move it to all 4 quadrants of the strike zone.
And the check is Span at second. And the pitch to Rendon. Bouncing ball to short. Segura looks Span back. Fires to first. There's one down. Nationals 7-3 of their last 10 games here in Milwaukee. 2-15 the previous 17. And Matt Garza's 6 starts. He's 0-3 with a 7.33 earned run average his career against Washington. And then Tanner Roark unbeaten in 6 starts since September of last year when he had a whale of a year and won 15 games. There's a look at the Nationals right-hander going after his 3rd win of the season tonight. Has anybody FP been playing any better than Escobar?
Well, the guy on deck, but Escobar has been very consistent. He grinds out at bats.
Driven in 15 runs, line drive to Segura, and there's 2 quick outs. And on 1 pitch, Escobar's retired.
He's been a little more aggressive lately than he was early in the season. He's been first pitch hunting, and now let's see if the Brewers and Craig Counsell pitch to Bryce Harper with first base open and 2 outs. Let's go deep inside the numbers. Bombs away, 58 games this year. First 28, 245. Last 30's been all right, huh? 406, 15, 32. Slugging percentage bueno. Overall, 328, 20, and 47. Hello, Cincinnati, and flirting with a Triple Crown season.
You know, this road trip, 3 for 8 thus far for Harper. 20 home runs, 47 driven in. And with 2 down, Span still out there at second base in the top of the 1st. Garza loses that one outside. 1 ball, no strike. May have crossed up his catcher in that pitch.
He might have crossed up himself, thinking, why in the heck are we pitching to this guy right now? I mean, you could tell by that first pitch. It's almost like Matt Garza was thinking, what, are we walking him?
Yeah.
No offense to Wilson Ramos on deck, who's very capable of driving in runs, but I'm kind of shocked that they're even going to flirt with Bryce Harper here, because he's shown the league he's not going to fish for pitches out of the strike zone. He stays disciplined in these situations and takes his walk while he's still hunting a mistake out over the plate.
And Bryce 9th in the National League with 20 multi-hit games this year. And the 1-0 pitch. That misses outside. And the count's 2 balls, no strike.
If you have a free swinger in these situations and he's hot, say like an Ian Desmond when he's locked in, who has his first day off all year this year, that's when you just kind of 0-2 a guy and try to bounce some stuff in the dirt.
Well, one thing for sure, he's not going to give Harper anything good to hit. And the 2-0 goes high. Bryce has been so patient this year, hadn't he? FP, compared to the last couple of years at the plate.
Yeah, his head's staying still, and he's not jumping all over. He's been very disciplined. And see if he gets a 3-0 green light. I'm sure he has it, but I don't think Garza's going to throw anything over the plate.
And the 3-0. We're going to foul back out of play. The count rose to 3 balls and 1 strike.
He's flirting with it.
Yep.
Long way to go, though. Still early in the season, over 100 games left, but should be interesting down the stretch.
Joe Medwick, the last guy to do it. I believe Phil Wood might have been at that game. And the 3-1 count.
That was solid, by the way.
Thank you. Wanted to strike early on that one.
I mean, I can't say it about you tonight, so you went straight for Phil. I like it.
That takes you off the hook right there. Oh, but you'll have one sooner or later, I guarantee you. Garza looking back, Span down at second base, who led off this game with a double off the right field wall over the head of Ryan Braun. And the pitch to Harper, that's a base. No, Popper to short, and Segura's got to fire quickly, throws the ball away, and Span will come in and score the Nats' first run of the game. I'm not sure if he'd have got him anyhow, would he?
I think a good throw has him right here. Because Bryce Harper kind of took a turn like he thought that was up the middle. And I think the spin on the ball fooled Segura at shortstop. Watch the English on this ball. Bryce gets jammed big time. You don't see this very often. Tried to inside out it. playing him up the middle. But watch this ball. I can't believe he didn't catch it in the air. And once he doesn't catch it in the air, watch the hop. Kind of back toward the base. Throws in the dirt. Lynn can't come up with it. Ball goes in the stands. Denard Span scores.
And the error for the Brewers gives the Nationals a 1-0 lead. And on the overthrow there, Harper goes down to second base. And Wilson Ramos brings a .263 batting average to the plate.
They scored it in error. Obviously thinking Bryce wasn't going to beat that out, and a good throw had him. And I think the error was that Segura got fooled by the line drive and didn't catch it in the air.
I think you're right, yeah.
He thought that was coming right to him and just died.
Yeah, the 0-1 goes to Ramos, and quickly Garza goes ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. .318 average, 18 RBIs, couple of doubles for Wilson Ramos, with runners in scoring position. That was Danny Espinosa on deck, with Ian Desmond getting the night off tonight. So the "you put me wherever you want to put me, I'll play" Danny Espinosa is on deck. That ball just misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good arm in center with Parra, good arm in right with Braun, and Shane Peterson threw somebody out at the plate from left yesterday against the Pirates. So pretty good arms all the way around the Brewers outfield.
That's with a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first at Miller Park. And the 1-2 to Ramos. That's foul back. Bounces up on the stands, out of play.
Garza had success the last 2 games because he's been pitching in with the fastball. He's a guy that primarily stays away with it, but his last 2 outings, one in relief and an extra inning game for the Brewers, and the other one is a start. He's only given up 1 earned run in his last 12 innings. It's because he's been aggressive with the fastball in, something he didn't do early in the season.
Got a win Saturday at Minnesota, 4-2.
Craig Counsell, the new skipper for the Brewers.
Harper in scoring position at second. Bouncing ball to third. Ramirez across to Lynn, and the Nats are retired, but not before they score 1. And the Nats lead at 1-0 heading to the bottom of the first. Brought to you by PNC Bank for the Achiever in You. By Land Rover, above and beyond. By Annapolis.org. Find the Chesapeake experience at visit Annapolis.org. And by Jeep. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. Nats got a 1-0 lead. We head at the bottom of the first here at Miller Park. That's a 1 hit in that first inning. The Denard Span's leadoff double. As you'll take a look at the Milwaukee Brewers lineup tonight, Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher, will lead off. Geraldo Parra will hit second. Ryan Braun third. Adam Lind at first base in the cleanup spot. Then Ramirez and Peterson, Segura, and Scooter Gennett just called up today. And Tanner Roark heads to the mound for his 4th start of the season.
Yeah, last start he threw that fastball 84% of the time at 93 miles an hour. Slider, curveball change to go with it. And he got the win last time out against the Cubs, 7-5. Went 5 2/3. Gave up 6 hits, 4 runs on those 6 hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Gave up 3 home runs to the Cubs.
First time he's ever done that in a game. Jonathan Lucroy missed 38 games, only played 22 because of injuries. An outstanding Brewers catcher, hitting only .205 though. 1 home run and 3 driven in. And a 1-1 the count. Roark to Ramos, bouncing ball foul down the third base line.
So the defense for the Nats tonight behind Tanner Roark. Michael Taylor getting the start in left field. Yesterday's hero, one of them. Danny Espinosa at shortstop tonight, giving Ian Desmond the night off. Clint Robinson at first. Ian Desmond doesn't know what to do with himself. His first day off all season.
Yeah, the 1-2 pitch. Lucroy fouls it down the right field line, out of play in the stands.
I was talking to the Brewers broadcast crew, and they said that a lot of guys have been getting days off against the Brewers this year. And I told him that Ian Desmond needs one. He's been grinding, at bats out, playing hard, not having the results he's wanted. But sometimes it's good just to take a break and sit back and relax for a minute and get a different view of the game. It gives you perspective.
Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Brewers catcher. Just got to clear your head a little bit, huh?
Yeah, clean it too.
Yeah,
seriously.
Clean it and clear.
Yeah, clean it and clear.
Yeah, the 2-2 pitch, ground ball to Espinosa at short. Under Robinson, there's 1 up and 1 down. Milwaukee 22 wins in the National League, 14th, 218 runs, that's 14th. 4.27 earned run average is 12th, and a fielding percentage of .979 is 14th. And they have the worst record at home in Major League Baseball with only 9 wins and 20 losses. And there's 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Gerardo Parra will step in. The Milwaukee center fielder.
Well, the Brewers just won back-to-back series for the first time all year. Like I said, they went 5-4 on their last road trip. So, yeah, those numbers don't lie for sure. But they played St. Louis, Minnesota, and Pittsburgh on their last trip.
That ball will drop in there for a base hit between Harper and Span. Though Parra's on with a single in the gap and right. Ryan Braun, the right fielder, steps in. .261 average with 13 homers, and he has driven in 40 runs this year for the Brew Crew.
Home runs over his last 38 games. He's been hot.
He only faced Roark a couple of times in his career. He's 1 for 2. And Tanner with a check of the runner at first. And that's Parra. That's fouled out of play. Last 38 games for Milwaukee. Braun hitting .277 with 12 homers and 36 RBIs over the last 38 games. Last night had to leave the game against the Pirates because of some dizzy spells.
He had fluid built up in his ear. He saw the Pirates doctor. He was lightheaded, dizzy, came out of the game.
That's scary.
I mean, I have that every day. They took medicine for it, said it's not serious.
I have a follow-up. Is the medicine working?
No.
Didn't think so.
I'm lightheaded and dizzy every day.
Roark heading the count to Braun. No balls, 2 strikes. Quick toss back to Robinson. And Power gets back safely.
Difference is I have a pen in my hand. He's trying to hit 95.
802 career runs batted in. That is 3rd in the all-time list with his franchise. only trailing a couple of pretty good names, Robin Yount and Cecil Cooper. Roark with 90 in the gun comes in high, and it's 1-2. Braun, 9th season, hitting .304. In his career, 243 homers, 802 as we mentioned. Those home runs second of the all-time franchise list, trailing only Yount, who has 251. And the 1-2. Shot in the gap to left field. That'll be off the wall for extra bases. Braun heading for second. Power rounding third. They're going to send him home. And Braun heading for third. He'll slide in with a triple. So Power scoring all the way from first base to tie the ball game at 1. And Braun with a 3-bagger.
Pitch not that bad from Roark. It's right where Wilson Ramos was set up. The ricochet off the left center field wall at an angle is what allowed Power to score all the way from first base. It also allowed Ryan Braun to have a first inning triple and an RBI. Sometimes good hitters beat good pitches. That was down, a fastball down from Roark, right where he wanted it.
And Braun drives in his 41st run. And the first baseman, Adam Lind, will face Roark. Misses outside with the ball. Braun down at third base after the triple. And we're tied at 1-1 here in the bottom of the first. Last night at Pittsburgh, only the third time the Brewers have been shut out this year. He only had 3 hits in that game. Swinging a high fly, drifting back behind second base as Rendon. He calls off. Harper takes it. And there's 1 away. 2 down.
That's a big out for Tanner Roark. Short fly ball. Braun can't tag up. Nice changeup at 81. A pitch that he only used 1% of the time his last start against the Cubs, and he goes to it when he needs it most here in the first inning against the Brewers.
Now Aramis Ramirez will step in, the third baseman, in his final season playing with Milwaukee. Announced before the year began, this is going to be it for him. And he got Braun down at third base.
Subject to a bunch of trade rumors with the Mets. Jonathan Neese, his name has been mentioned. Don't know how interested the Brewers are in Neese, but the trade would be more about his contract than what the Mets would take on, and what the Mets would take on as opposed to what the Brewers would get in return.
And I'm guessing it's a good contract, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Little bouncer right back to Roark. Lobs it over to Robinson, and the side is retired, but not before. Milwaukee scores 1 to tie it, and Danny Espinosa will lead off for the Nationals in the top of the second. To the top of the second. Milwaukee a couple of hits in that Bottom of the first inning. Our freight rail works due-ups today in this inning for the Nationals. Danny Espinosa, Clint Robinson, and Michael A. Taylor. A couple of homers for Espy this month, and Robinson is a right-hander, 16 for 65, 246 batting average. And then Michael A. Taylor with that dramatic 2-run homer at Yankee Stadium yesterday. What a thrill it must have been for that young guy to tie the game, send it to extras, and the Nats won it in the 11th. Espinosa from the left side of the plate will face Garza.
I mean, down 4-2 late against the Yankees is usually a death sentence with Betances in the bullpen. Their late inning guys are locked down. Joe Girardi had to lay off his right-hander yesterday and brought in a bunch of lefties to face right-handers, and the Nats took advantage, Michael Taylor being one of them.
What a thrill for that young kid to play at Yankee Stadium for the first time and to come through the way he did. Good look at Michael in the Nats dugout. Had a chance, FP, to visit with him in the hotel. What a classy kid.
He is, for sure.
As are all the guys in this ball club.
Almost.
Yeah. Espinosa, a little blooper. Can he get there? Yes, he did. Nice diving grab by Power in center field.
Two-time Gold Glove winner Gerardo Parra showing off the hardware right there. Got a great jump. And you're thinking this one's going to fall, but in Miller Park, the ball stays up a little bit longer. And Parra with a great jump and a nice play. Rob and Danny Espinosa. Matt Garza's pumped.
Well, Robinson steps in now at first base tonight with Ryan Zimmerman going to the DL. He'll take a 90 now that our fastball outside for ball one. Garza earned run average at 4.99 with a record of 4-7. And Robinson hits a long fly ball to right, and that ball is gone. Home run, first career home run for Clint Robinson. And that's the 11th given up this season for Matt Garza. And the Nats take a 2-1 lead.
It's a nice answer. Clint Robinson in the books. First big league tater. Is he getting the silent treatment? He is getting the silent treatment. Watch this. First big league homer.
Look at Harper.
Look at.
He's kind of looking.
He's dead to everybody in the dugout. Look at him. Oh, this is fantastic. Look at. All right, way to swing it. First career homer.
And then Taylor with a line drive to right, a running grab by Ryan Braun. Now they're going to go get him.
Who gets him? Hugla? Is that who got him first? Of course. Oh, that was
what
fantastic.
A great shot, wasn't it? Great shot. And smiles all around for Clint Robinson.
He is a happy camper.
First home run of the year and his 4th RBI.
That was a big one. Upper deck here at Miller Park. And Matt Garza's not fooling anybody. Espinosa with a line out. Michael Taylor with a bolt to right. And sandwiched in between Clint Robinson's first career homer.
Yeah, that gives Washington a 2-1 lead.
He's a way better hitter as a first baseman, I think.
What position do you like him best at? Left field? First base?
No, first base is his natural position.
Well, even Espinosa's been out there playing left field. How about that? Is there anywhere Danny can't play?
Probably pitcher and catcher.
Yeah. One ball to 2 strikes to Tanner Roark.
Closer.
Yeah.
Setup man.
Now that's a determined look on Roark's face as he faces Matt Garza with a 1-2 count. And he missed low 93.
Pretty good pitch. Had a step back toward his dugout. Didn't like the call. Tanner Roark's thinking, I'll take that. You can call that a strike when I'm throwing.
Tim Welke, the crew chief, working behind the plate in this game. First of 4 against the Brewers here in Milwaukee. And that's a call, third strike, and that takes care of the Nationals, but not before. Clint Robinson gets his first major league home run. Take a look at this baby.
Fastball in, turn and burn. It was just a matter of how far this one was going, about 4 rows back in the upper deck. Congratulations, Clint Robinson. Ticket offers, check it out on the left. Bryce Harper, 30% off tickets June 17th and 18th. That's against the Rays. Max Scherzer, he's number 31. So you get 31% off tickets June 23rd through the 25th against the Braves. Let's see what they did there. I like it.
Very nice. Shane Peterson made his debut in 2013. Will face the slants of Tanner Roark.
So you got to get that ball back, don't you, Johnny? It's his first career home run.
141 in the minor leagues in 8 years. First major league home run.
There you go. They got it.
Got it. High fly ball to right, and Harper's got that. And there's one up and one down here in the bottom of the second. Yes, Peterson is retired. Take a look at it one more time.
Yeah, fastball in and right where he wanted it. Same way on the Ryan Braun triple. Sometimes good hitters beat good pitches. Looked like he was obviously looking in there. The best place to hit your first career home run? Wrigley Field. Of course, Dan Hugler grabbed them. Wrigley Field, they throw it back. So you don't have to negotiate.
Clint's first year in the minor leagues, he had 15 with Idaho Falls. That ball is swung and fouled back by Gene Segura. With the count, 1 ball and a strike, 1 down here in the second. Mets have got a 2-1 lead on the Clint Robinson home run.
He's been rumored in some trades with the Mets too. Just spreading gossip on the air. Johnny, you've been rumored in trades for the Mets.
I just want to make one thing clear early in this telecast, okay?
What's that?
I believe Ray Knight was 0 for 3 in Cincinnati.
Yeah, you got to reverse the curse. You got a lot of pressure on you. 4-game set this weekend.
Segura goes down on strikes. And that's Tanner's first strikeout of the ball game.
And Mercedes-Benz on the pitch track. 4th pitch of the at-bat. Little slider at 84. Started on the plate. Segura thought it was a fastball. Committed. Good pitch by Roark. Expanding the zone there with 2 strikes.
So Scooter Gennett will step in. Just Garza on deck.
Just recalled from AAA
today.
Sent down in May after just 21 games. He was 10 for 65 first time around, a 154 average, but he was 3 for 5 in AAA with 4 RBI yesterday. And he got called back up.
A little off speed there and swing ahead of it. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
And the guys that replaced him didn't do much. Perez was 1 for 15 with the Brewers, 3 for 48 on the season. Hector Gomez hit 210. Luis Sardina sent down last week. He was hitting 221. So Jeanette back up.
And Jeanette last year against this ball club at 278. Went 5 for 18 against the Nationals. Drove in 6 runs, hit a couple of home runs. Nats with a 2-1 lead, the first of 4 against the Brewers. That ball fouled on a play down the left field line.
Now give him credit for going down to AAA and not sulking, hitting 307 and getting back up to the big leagues. He was 23 for 75 in AAA. And I was a fan of his last year. I like the way he plays.
Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. Bouncing ball just out of the reach of Robinson. Foul.
Is that a beer dude? What do they call the ball guys here? It's got to be a beer dude. I mean, it's either beer or cheese. One or the other. Flip a coin. Cheese dude?
I'm guessing cheese here.
Yeah, he's a cheese dude.
It's Wisconsin. Look at a high pop down the third baseline. Escobar drifting over. He will take it in front of the Nationals dugout, and that's the end of the second inning here. With Milwaukee failing to score, Hank Aaron's statue outside of Miller Park.
The Nats got a new beast in their bullpen today, acquiring David Carpenter in a trade with the Yankees. Carpenter very familiar with the National League East and his time with the Braves, which Matt Williams said today he thinks will help Carpenter as he's on the mound. He's familiar with the hitters he's going to be facing, and he could become a 7th inning or later guy for Matt Williams. Now, Carpenter had a 4.82 ERA this year with the Yankees before being designated for assignment. His fastball velocity was still good, averaging around 96. Williams said that based on the reports the Nationals have, they just want Carpenter to make sure he's aggressive, use his slider a little less than he had. It's more of a strikeout pitch for him than just a get it over for a strike type of pitch. Dan Uggla played with Carpenter, said he's a fantastic teammate, he's strong as heck, and he has great stuff. He could be a nice piece for these bullpen guys, a veteran guy who's familiar with the division and could give the Nats some big innings.
That's a Coons Sideline Report brought to you by Coons. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons. Yeah, fastball is averaging 94.9 for David Carpenter this year. So we lost one Carpenter and got another.
Sammy Solis went down. Recall from the 15-day disabled list today, and in order to have Carpenter join this ball club, they optioned him at Harrisburg. And then Nate McLouth went to the 60-day. This man with a little pop behind shortstop, rushing back to Segura. He can't get it. And Denard Span 2 for 2 in this game. A double and a single.
That was a beautiful thing if you're Denard Span. So you hit one off the wall your first time up, this time up. A perfectly placed lob wedge to left field for your second hit of the night. Take a million of those.
And that's the 3rd hit off Matt Garza in this game. Anthony Rendon bounced out to short his first time up. Rendon trying to kind of work his way back in after being recalled from the DL last Thursday. Take it in there for strike.
As good a hitter as he is, and Nats fans know that for sure. This is a perfect example of how hitting is just not that easy. That you just can't jump right back in. And it's about getting your timing, your rhythm, seeing velocity.
It's like his spring training, isn't it?
He'll be fine.
Sure.
He can hit. It's going to happen soon, too.
And boy, did he hit last year. That swung and foul back. And quickly Garza goes ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes to Rendon. Multi-hit games for Denard Span on the road. Since April the 28th, he's had 12. That's the most in all of Major League Baseball.
That's some good sleeping in your hotel room right there.
Yeah, the 0-2 to Rendon. Low for ball 1, 88.
It's a good take. That was a good pitch.
Nats have got 4 hits. The Brewers have 2. And a 2-1 Washington lead. 2 runs in that first couple of innings. Got to check a span at first from Garza out of the stretch.
And that's what Rendon does so well when he's locked in, is foul off borderline pitches with 2 strikes to get to a mistake later on in the at-bat. Bryce has done an excellent job of that this year. The guy on deck, Yunel Escobar, same thing. Give yourself another chance.
Trying to build on that tremendous 2014 season when he drove at 83 last year, had 21 home runs. 153 games. A bouncing ball to the right of Segura out there for a base hit. That's the first for Rendon tonight. And that's got the first 2 batters on here in the 3rd inning.
He didn't even peek at the ball. He ran straight through first base. He was thinking, they're not going to turn a double play on me. Watch this. He just puts his head down and goes right through first base, having a laugh with Tony Tarasco, first base coach right now. Well, he's used to hitting doubles. He's not used to stopping at first.
39 last year in the double category. That's the 5th national hit tonight.
Foul off a tough pitch. Give yourself another chance. Base hit.
And Escobar will step in for the 2nd time. He popped to Segura his first time up in the 1st inning. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And a good look at Bryce Harper standing by, just waiting. And the 0-1. That's high. We'll go back since May the 4th, 31 games. Escobar with a .364 batting average. 4 doubles, a triple, 10 RBIs, 10 walks, and 19 runs. Got a chance to bring in another one right now. Took a mighty cut on that one, went down. Out as 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, he was looking in right here, and he got his pitch in, but watch the late sink. That's not the inside out, I'm going to right field swing that we've seen Yunel Escobar do on occasion. He's trying to pull that ball and hit one off the Masson Dan slide in left field.
Against the Brewers, Escobar is a .238 hitter in his career. 20 for 84. That ball fouled back in the Nats dugout. And the count stays at 1-2.
I think every once in a while, as a guy that has an inside out swing that tries to hit the ball to right field, you got to go up there and look pull. Because if you're constantly trying to go the other way, you lose bat speed. You're trying to massage the ball to right field. Your bat starts to slow down. So it's not a bad thing for an opposite field inside-out guy every once in a while to go up there and pull, and even in batting practice have a session where you speed up your bat and pull everything.
And a swing and a miss. And Escobar becomes Garza's second strikeout victim tonight.
And he's on the pitch track. So a couple of fastballs into a slider cutter thing away for strike 3, and still in pull mode. Couldn't get there. Not the worst thing in the world, because now you have to pitch to Bryce Harper. Nowhere to put him.
Span down at second and Rendon at first. With Harper in for the second time. Got him at Segura's throwing error in the first inning. And a swing and a miss. And it's quickly no balls and a strike. On the road trip, Bryce so far is 3 for 9 with a home run. And a double. Garza with a check of Span. And their first strike.
Good pitch.
Yeah.
93 down and away, moving the fastball around. Top of the zone with the first one. Paint.
Well, good movement, I think.
With the second one. Just good location, Johnny.
Yeah.
Down and away, had good tilt to it. That's something you really want to offer at until you get to 2 strikes if you're Bryce Harper. Pitcher strike.
And the 0-2. Just missed.
You know, we showed Jose Lobaton yesterday. Watch Lucroy take this ball out of the zone. See how his glove goes down? And we showed you yesterday how Jose Lobaton picks that pitch up and frames it for a strike. Jonathan Lucroy just took that ball right out of the strike zone and didn't get the call.
Well, Bryce with a 1-ball 2-strike count. Swinging a high fly ball. Hara will make the catch in center field. And there's 2 down. Span back to first.
Well, this day in history, if you remember last year, it was an historic day here at Miller Park because this guy went for a ride down the slide. And check out the safety pad. Yeah, that one makes me a little nauseous, by the way. Watch the safety pad. Come on, Dan, you're better than that to have the safety pad at the end. Thumbs up. You do it again this year? We got to get him out there. There's rumors, and they are strictly rumors
in
at
this series.
Point.
In this series, possibly.
He's trying to get it in the hot dog race. Hopefully that happens. Be the Italian if you want to win. Meet.
Wilson Ramos up for the second time. Ramos grounded out the third, his first time up.
I love how they leave his mic closed and they just have a conversation with nobody. It's awesome. Silent Bob down there. There he is. Slide boy.
I don't know if he can beat the Italian, the Polish, or the Brewers.
There we go.
You got to get in the hot dog race. Let's go.
I tried. We put in work. I heard back from the Brewers people. Apparently, they guard that thing like it's the Kentucky Derby. So I don't know if I'm going to be taking part in the sausage race. Kirkshin got some special treatment.
Well,
but slide was fun last year. That was good.
It's good.
Hey, we're lobbying for you, Dan.
Well, they
Thanks,
can't
boys.
get in our president's race, so forget them.
Yeah, we're lobbying for you. No balls, 2 strikes to Ramos. And Powell racks up strikeout number 3. The Nationals retired. They threatened. First 2 got on. They couldn't get them around. 2-1 Nationals.
Miller time later in tonight's game that is brought to you by Miller Lite. Could it be Clint Robinson? So that's the kid that caught Clint Robinson's first home run ball. He had to give it up because that's his first home run ball. What did he get in exchange?
Gotta be some tickets, huh?
Yeah. That looks like his brother right there. We're going to give you some free tickets to our A-ball affiliate in Illinois game on August 32nd.
Yeah.
Because there is one on August 32nd. That's cool. They're giving them tickets.
Yeah. Young kid's probably saying, I can't have the ball. Do I get a baseball too?
If he's explaining them that much,
Yeah.
it looks like that they're open-ended and they can pick their game. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
I mean, I would have asked for a Bryce Harper autograph ball, but that's just me.
Matt Garza quickly falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes to Tanner Roark. Garza not exactly one of your harder hitting pitchers in Major League Baseball. Doesn't have a lot of hits this year. And the 0-2 to him, that's high. And that's with 5 hits already in this ball game, leading it 2-1. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. And he's gone. That's a second strikeout for Tanner Roark.
It's time for Toyota Case for Kids. Washington area Toyota dealers want to help children and their families by making a donation of $37 to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by an Nats pitcher this season.
Only the second time that Roark has faced Milwaukee. He beat them July of 2014, 8-3. Gave up 1 run, 6 hits, went 7 in that game. And tonight he's got a 2-1 lead. And his 4th start and 3rd on the road.
So everybody wondering, Bob's spending some time with his family for the weekend. Little 4-day break.
I believe he is. Well deserved.
Yes. And if he's watching right now, he'll text me.
Oh, that's a gimme. Yeah.
We'll see.
No question.
I'm totally calling him out right now. If you're watching, you'll text me.
Yeah. If he's spending time with his family back in Oklahoma, he's probably not going to text you. You know, it's funny, FP, he just texted me.
No, he didn't. Don't lie. Don't lie to the people, Johnny.
1 ball and 2 strike. Here's the count. Top of the order again. Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher, who's in the leadoff spot. And manager Greg Counsell's lineup. He took over May 4th, replacing Ron Renicky. Under Renicky, the ball club only won 7 games, lost 18. And Counsell's got himself a 3-year contract going through the 2017 season. Good look at the Brewers skipper right there.
Well, he's a winning player. He's won World Series. He's played every position. You know, and as a manager, when you've accomplished the things he's accomplished, he knows the game as good as anybody I've ever been around. And he's going to be a fine big league manager.
Interesting, FP. He had no previous coaching or managing experience.
Well, that's kind of the trend right now. Yeah. Whether it's, Matt Williams,
and
Mike Matheny.
A great rapport with the ball players, too.
It's more about what kind of people person you are nowadays with the way the game has changed. Running the game is kind of secondary. How do you get your guys motivated on a daily basis? How do you communicate with them? How do you communicate with the bench guys, the starters? Let them know what your plans are.
Lucroy line drive to Espinoza at short. Yeah, there's 2 away.
In my experiences, the best managers treat the 25th guy in the roster like he does a superstar. And you keep your bench guys interested. You keep your bench guys fresh. You treat them like they're a part of the team, because they are. But there's a lot of managers that don't. They're all about their starters.
Or the marquee players.
Or the marquee players.
Yeah.
That happens a lot throughout the big leagues. And Craig Counsell, a bench guy most of his career, I think those guys make really good managers. And a guy like Matt Williams, who's been through a lot. He struggled as a rookie. Then he was a superstar and kind of struggled at the end. So when you've been throughout the whole gamut as a ball player, it helps you to relate to guys when they are struggling. The guys that were just flat out superstars, they don't know what it's like to be a bench guy. They don't know what it's like to struggle.
Right.
And sometimes they just don't get it when guys aren't performing because they never underperform.
Yeah, exactly right. Sure. I think a mutual friend of ours talked about that, Rick Barry, because he was never a good coach because nobody could, in his eyes, live up the kind of player he was.
He didn't know how to struggle.
No, he didn't. No, not at all. 2 balls and a strike to Gerardo Parra. First time up, got a single to right field.
That might have got him on the jersey, no? Thought I heard 2 sounds right there.
Parra will step out.
I think Parra is telling Tim Welke the same thing.
Roark so far allowing only 2 hits to Milwaukee. And a swing and a high fly ball to right field. Harper should have this one, and that's going to be it for the Brewers. A quick 1-2-3 third inning. We go to the top of the 4th with the Nationals up 2-1 at Miller Park.
Celebrate the season with American Standard All-Star Sales Event. Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com for amazing rebate and financing opportunities. Who's hot? Danny Espinosa, .313 average his last 11 games. Who's not? Matt Garza, 0 for 4 with the 4.9. If you take Garza's beard and put it right there, it totally fills in Espinosa's deal he's got going. So it's like a puzzle. Just I want to take that and put it over there, and then we're good.
So we go to the top of the 4th in Milwaukee. Johnny Holliday along with FP Santangelo. Bob Carpenter, as FP just mentioned moments ago, taking some time off. He'll be back with the ball club and with FP on Monday when the ball club heads down to Tampa Bay to take a quick 2-game series with there and then come back up to Washington for 2 on Wednesday and Thursday. Interesting scheduling, huh?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the 2-game series, FYI.
Yeah. Espinosa followed by Robinson.
You don't even get to unpack if you're a player. You check in, you play a game, you check out.
Yeah.
You know, part of the fun of baseball is the 3rd or the 4th game series, how teams have learned things over the first couple of games and make adjustments. In a 2-game set, there's really no time for adjustment, especially when it's interleague. It's almost like a pickup game.
No balls and 2 strikes to Espinosa. He's at second shortstop tonight with Desmond getting the night off. First of the year. And the count goes no balls and 2 strikes. That's with the 2-1 lead. Trying to build their 31-28 record. Lead the Mets by a half game in the East. And the 0-2. Took something off that one. Foul back. Robinson will stop it in the on-deck circle. Hand it to a fan. It's a little kid's night right there.
There's magic in a foul ball.
Isn't there, though?
There is. Go to a big league game, get a foul ball, and you sit there and stare at it. It's the best thing ever.
Also, magic, FP, is when you were playing, for all the years that you played, there's a magic connection between a player in the field and the fans. When you're going over to get a foul ball toward the line and it bounces there and you hand it to a fan, they'll never forget that. Just a smile or just a wave. And Espinosa has struck out, and that's number 4 for Matt Garza.
Just like we promised you earlier in the game, like 4 minutes ago, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. And if you missed it, Clint Robinson, his first career home run in the 2nd inning. Upper deck shot. 4 rows back. Here in the books, and this was great. Silent tribute. Scherzer talking to Steve McCatty. Yeah, so how did you think I pitched the other day? Everybody? And of course, that guy grabs him.
Henley and the rest of them go nuts in the dugout.
Rick Shoe, Dan Ugly sandwich.
Yeah. Well, Clint hit 29 home runs back in 2010 with Northwest Arkansas.
Hit speed 102.
141 in the minor leagues and first in the majors.
I want something to tell me how high they go. Like how many feet in the air that was. Not how far it went, how high it went. You know, and the high fly ball, the helium balls, the ones that just kind of float out. I want to know how high they go. Somebody tell me.
And the pitch to Robinson, 3 balls, no strikes.
How high do you think that was?
I'm guessing about
100 feet?
A little more than that, probably.
2,000?
No.
Mile?
Maybe 125, 135 feet.
How tall is the foul pole?
We know 345 down the right field line.
It was over the foul pole as far as height goes.
Yeah. 3 balls and a strike to Robinson.
Say 1,000 feet.
Matt Garza all of a sudden picking up. He's struck out 3 of the last 4 Nats he's faced. Full count. And Garza delivers. We're going to foul back.
Pretty good hack right there.
Robinson left school down at Troy, Alabama University. Is the all-time leader in hits and runs and total bases some years ago. Boy, good guy. And the count is full. Bouncing ball. That's into the right field for a base hit. So Robinson 2 for 2.
Dan, you're with the kids who caught Clint Robinson's home run. What's up?
I'm here, FP. I'm with Aiden. I'm with Ian. Now, Aiden, you caught the ball. How did you make that play? That was a pretty athletic move.
Well, I kind of I stopped it, and then I got on the ground, and I grabbed it and picked it up.
Pretty impressive. Now, you've got some stuff that's coming your way because you traded the ball to the Nationals. What swag were you able to get?
I really don't know, actually. Well, I really have no idea what I'm getting, so I don't know. I'm just waiting to see what I get. So
I think they're going to get you some autographed gear and maybe some stuff to the Brewers team store. I heard that's the word on the street, so you can get some new Brewers gear. Does that work for you?
Sounds good to me.
Now, you going to share that stuff with your brother? Or are you keeping it all for yourself?
I'll probably share some. Probably do 75-25 or something like that.
That's a smart guy. He's very experienced in these matters. Aiden, Ian, thanks, buddy. Aiden, congratulations, bud.
Thanks.
Have fun. Guys, back to you.
What a great interview. Thank you, Dan. I don't know what I'm going to get. I'm going to get something. You bet your life you will.
Well, surprise might be the best part.
Sure. Nats have got 7 base hits now. Back-to-back singles from Robinson and Michael A. Taylor. And there's only one away for Tanner Roark, up for the 2nd time. Struck out. And back in the 2nd. Nats 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. He left 3 on. The Brewers only 2 hits off Tanner Roark on a run and an error. Roark squares up the bunt, fouls it off.
Well, you see the Brewers put on a play right there. Segura is going to third. Ramirez charging. They're trying to get the force out with Robinson at third. So watch Segura. He's going this way. And because of the speed of Robinson, they're going to try to get the lead runner. And this is a tough bunt for Tanner Roark with Lynn charging, Ramirez charging at third. The best place might be right back to Garza softly when you have the corners charging as hard as they are. Bunt it back to the pitcher and make the first bounce be in the dirt.
Robinson off at second. Tanner squares up and swings away.
Or that.
Yeah, 0 ball, 2 strikes. And like a lot of the Nationals pitchers, FP, he takes it very seriously when he goes up to that dish.
Does. I always like the inside move right here with the pitcher picking up his leg and turning towards second to see if the batter, the pitcher, is squaring around with 2 strikes. But he's showing you early.
Robinson at second, Taylor at first, and Roark fouls it off, and he's gone. Back to the top of the order with Denard Span, a perfect night so far, 2 for 2. Clint Robinson at second, Michael A. Taylor at first. And Span steps in. Hitting .307 now. 65 total pitches for Garza, 40 out of those strikes. Denard double to right, single to left. And Garza misses outside for ball 1. 93.
Key for Clint Robinson on second base here to really get a good secondary lead. There's 3 good arms in the Brewers outfield.
Peterson, Parra, and Braun left, center, and right.
And if you're not a burner with 2 outs, you get a big lead and 2 long low shuffles off the bag and anticipate contact.
And Denard up the middle. Segura lets it go right past him. Robinson rounding third. Parra will throw to the plate, and Robinson slides in safely. And heading for third is Taylor. Heading for second, Denard Span with his 3rd hit of the ball game.
Well, yesterday's hero is turning into today's hero in a hurry. So double to right, single to left, base it up the middle. And this is a bad throw by Gerardo Parra. It allows everybody to advance. Misses the cutoff man, launches it to the plate. Garza's back there, but he can't get to it because it hits halfway up the screen.
And so Denard Span driving in his 20th of the season. And a perfect 3 for 3 night for the Nats center fielder. Rendon, a 1 for 2 night.
That's a good job by Denard Span picking up Tanner Roark. Couldn't get the bunt down. Clutch 2-out knock.
And Rendon will take a called strike. Anthony's still waiting for that elusive first RBI of the season. He's got a couple of guys down at second and third now. Michael A. Taylor at third. And Denard Span down at second. And the 0-1. Bouncing ball to third. Nice grab by Ramirez across. And the ball goes past the first baseman, Lind. In to score will be Taylor. In to score will be Span. And the Boo Birds out here at Miller Park. And the Nationals take a 5-1 lead.
That's got to rattle Matt Garza. I mean, he's done his job this inning for the most part. But you wonder why the Brewers are 22-38. This is why. Routine ball.
Reason, yeah.
And did you see him stop his feet? Throwing errors are made with your lower half, and you see how flat he is with his feet. No momentum going to first. He just kind of stood up when he had the ground ball, very nonchalant. Didn't keep his feet moving, then tried to start him again. Threw the ball right in the dirt. And I've said this many times on the air. Throwing errors aren't made with your arm. They're made with your lower half. And right there for Aramis Ramirez, that was made with his feet.
And the Brewers have now committed 3 errors in this game. And on the air of the throw, Rendon takes second. Robinson scores. Michael A. Taylor scores. And it's 5-1 Nationals. Bouncing ball to Segura at short. Can he hit the first baseman with a peg? He does. And retired in the play is Escobar, but the Nationals get 3 more. They lead it by 4 here in Milwaukee.
Beltway Burger Pack is back for Thursdays and Fridays this season at Nats Park. Receive a game ticket, burger, fries, and a drink starting at just $25. Visit nationals.com/burger for more details and to purchase this offer.
47 errors coming in the ball game tonight for Milwaukee.
And Mac's going to pitch Sunday against the Brewers.
50 total errors on the season for the Brewers. 3 in this game. And Tanner Roark's got a 4-run lead to work with now in the last of the 4th.
Jordan Zimmerman in game 2. Joe Ross in game 3. Max Scherzer on Sunday.
How about young Joe Ross making his debut the other day?
He was great.
He was terrific.
He attacked with all of his pitches.
With his brother looking on?
Not scared.
No, not at all. Good look at Ryan Braun, triple in the first inning. With a batting average of .265 for Braun. Bouncing ball up the middle and a base hit. Now Braun is on to lead off the 4th inning.
Here's the next 5 games coming at you. Friday 8 o'clock start. Saturday 4 o'clock start. Sunday 2, and then a couple of 7 o'clock starts in Tampa on Monday and Tuesday. Quick series, and then the Nats come home. Nats extra before and after each game. Don't want to forget that, Johnny.
Of course not. Ray and I'll be with you. You'll be back with your partner, Mr. Bob. Braun at first base, and Roark works out of the stretch. 90 in the gun. Adam Lind gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Popped out of the first inning. 9 homers, 31 driven in for Adam Lind. Only 16 hits shy of 1,000 in his career. And Braun is back in safely. Soft toss to first.
Nats have had trouble scoring runs recently, but 5 yesterday and 5 here early today. But a 4-run lead in this ballpark isn't what it looks like.
And a drive to left field. That ball is going back and back and back, and it's off the wall. Played by Taylor. The throw into third base, and Braun will hold up there. Did to second base with a double as Adam Lind. 14th double this year for Lind. And the Brewers are threatening now with nobody out.
Yeah, long way to go in this ball game, and a nice swing right here by Adam Lind going the other way. And you're wondering, is this going to stay in the ballpark? I think he thought he got it. And where did it hit? About 3/4 of the way up. Nice play by Michael Taylor to get it back in quick. Back-to-back hits here in the bottom of the 4th for the Brewers.
Well, the first time that they've had much success against Tanner tonight. That's only their 4th hit of the game. And that'll bring up for the 2nd time Ramirez. He'll take a strike on the inside part of the plate. And Ramirez not happy with that call from home plate umpire Tim Welke. That's with a 3 spot in the top of this inning. Have got a 5-1 lead. On the check of the runners. And the 0-1. Counts even at 1-1. Ramirez hitting .216 on the year. Coming into the ball game with the 0-for-1 makes it down to .214. And runners on hitting .291 though in his career. That's inside for ball 2.
Tanner took a look back at the mound like he had some slippage. Caught the ball, looked back at it again.
$15-game winner from last year, Tanner Roark, 4th start. Record even up at 2-2. Bouncing ball to shortstop. Espinosa has 1 play to first. Nice grab by Robinson. The run scores. And it's a 5-2 ball game now. As Braun will score from 3rd.
Well, productive out to shortstop, and you saw the read by Adam Lynn there at the end. So with nobody out, Ramirez pulls the ball, and you're thinking he's not going to advance Adam Lynn. He's definitely going to score Ryan Braun, right? But Danny Espinosa kind of sat on that ball, got the in-between hop. And you see Lynn going on release. He advances to 3rd base, so got him over and got him in with the ground ball to short.
And it's a 5-2 ball game now. And the left-handed hitting Shane Peterson up for the 2nd time. He flew out to Bryce Harper his first time up. Only the 7th game for Peterson this year. Nice play by Robinson. Got no play at the plate. The run will score. Tack steps on first base, and Peterson retired, but not before he got the job done. Got Lynn home from 3rd base.
Well, Robinson had notions about throwing that home to try to get Lynn, even after he bobbled it. Maybe if he fields as cleanly, he has a chance. But the ball was hit hard by Shane Peterson and got the job done. And just like that, it's 5-3.
And as you mentioned, FP, no lead is safe in this ballpark.
It isn't.
And that's with 3 in the top of the frame. The Brewers have come back to score 2 more in the bottom. And he gets ahead in the count to Gene Segura. Struck out swinging. 1 of 2 Roark strike shots in the game. He went down in the 2nd. And the 0-1 pitch. That's inside. Brushes him back. And it's 1-1. Like the Nationals, lots of guys in the DL from Milwaukee. This guy's been on their 15-day a couple of times this year. Broke a finger against the White Sox back in May. And since coming off the DL is hitting .327. A high fly ball to Harper's got to come in. Going back is Rendon. It's going to fall between them. And nobody covering first base, and quickly back to first goes Segura.
It wasn't for lack of effort. Bryce Harper came hard. Anthony Rendon was going hard for it. And maybe a little jab step back by Bryce Harper was the difference in this one falling. But a big swing by Segura and a 2-out knock. You see Rendon throwing his glove out there at the end. And that little glance to see if Bryce Harper was going to crash with him probably was the difference, as he had to take his eye off the ball.
Tough play to make, huh? And Scooter Gennett will step in with 2 down. Yeah, Gene Segura down at first base. And what is now a 5-3 game. Gennett hitting only 152 will hit a high fly ball to left field. Michael A. Taylor will race to the line. It goes up in the stands out of play. Just today, recall from AAA Colorado Springs for this game. That's some pretty good numbers down there. Hit 307.
Yeah, sometimes guys go back down there and pout. He didn't. He went down, hit 307, got right back up here. And some people associated with the Brewers have thought it might be a wake-up call that he was getting too comfortable at the big league level. And to his credit, he went down there, worked hard, and finds himself back at the big leagues. And
kind of like Matt Dindecker, right? Same thing.
Yep.
Went back. No complaining about it. And here he is. Back with the club.
There's Matt. Back at the show.
And a guy from Florida, just out of West Palm Beach. A swing and a miss.
Maybe the best off-speed pitch that Tanner's thrown tonight. Nasty curveball at 75, right under the hands of Scooter Gennett. Mercedes-Benz going to show it to you on the pitch track. Watch the action on the curveball. Big swing from a little guy. He's trying to go deep.
And Segura down at first base, got 7 stolen bases this year. And the 0-2 count. And that's high.
Fastball up, maybe to get back to that same curveball again, down and in, change his eye level, see if he goes to it. When Tanner Roark is locked in, I feel like his whole start revolves around that front hip sinker to lefties. If he's got that going on, he's tough to hit. Haven't really seen it here tonight yet.
Breaking ball right back to Roark, takes it at 1 hop, fires on to Robinson. The side is retired, but not before Milwaukee gets a couple of runs.
And your Mazda do-ups for next inning, that guy. 20 home runs, 47 RBI about to hit for the Nats. So text your friends, folks. Bryce Harper's leading off the 5th.
May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. That's got a 5-3 lead. We go to the top of the 5th at Miller Park. Washington coming in off that nice win over the Yankees yesterday in the Big Apple. Bryce Harper will lead it off here in the 5th inning. Followed by Wilson Ramos, then Danny Espinosa. 1 for 2 night from the Nats right fielder, garnering the most votes among National League potential All-Stars. He'll be one this year. It's a matter of how many votes is he going to get. The entire country behind this guy.
Garza's done a pretty solid job of painting that outside corner and keeping the ball down for strike one and then coming back in after.
And Harper will take a look at that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nats have left 4 on. The Brewers have left 2 on. Milwaukee's committed 3 errors in this game. And the 1-1 pitch. Caught the outside corner for strike 2.
I mean, that's paint.
Yeah.
Until you get to 2 strikes as a hitter, you don't want to offer at this. Look at the Nissan pitch track where this ball's hitting. Just darting that down and away spot.
Let's see what he throws him on 1 and 2.
Tried to elevate.
Skies to left. Drifting over is Peterson. Just out of play. Happy in your eyes. Bryce at the plate, laying off those pitches that came in high and in tight that he was maybe swinging at a year ago.
Well, he's swinging at him again, but he's making the adjustment in the course of an at-bat. And he'll foul one off that's high, but then also raise up and hit one about 400 feet in the same spot 2 or 3 pitches later.
Here's the 1-2. Just missed outside.
I'll tell you what, Matt Garza has pitched Bryce Harper as good as anybody I've seen this year. The first 2 at-bats and halfway through this 3rd one.
And Bryce has got those monster numbers this year. Bouncing ball to second. Jeanette's got it. On to Adam Lynn, and there's 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the 5th.
Time for your PNC minor league report. PNC Bank for the achiever in you, Matt Dendecker. He's back. Last 10 games with Syracuse, swinging it nice. 10 for 39, 6 RBI, 6 runs, 236 average in 84 games in his career at the big league level, and gives Matt Williams some depth in the outfield now. And probably a long trip from wherever he was to get here to Milwaukee.
Just happy to be up here again with a big club. Ramos fouls it out of play down the right side. Wilson grounded at 3rd in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd. And a check swing, and lets that one go outside. 1 ball and a strike. 1 away here in the 5th inning. Espinosa on deck, and then Clint Robinson. Got a perfect night so far. 2 for 2. Ground ball to Segura at short, and across the land it's 2 up and 2 down.
Matt Garza has to be thinking, with a little love behind me for my defense, it might be a different game at this point, but he's got some new life after his club scored a couple in the bottom of the 4th to make it 5-3.
Danny from the left side hitting .235 this year, and the right side .351. And of his home runs, 2 from the right side, 6 from the left. And the swing and a miss.
He was going for 7 from the left on that swing.
Right.
Why not?
Danny getting the start at short tonight, with Ian Desmond getting the night off. That's foul back in the screen, out of play, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Danny Espinosa. 8 home runs, 18 driven in for Danny.
Keeps following us everywhere. I think it's got its own suitcase for the road trip and its own bag tag.
And there's a clean-shaven Espinosa right there. And well, this is just outside 93. Nationals came into Milwaukee as a ball club hitting .251 on the year. And the opponent's up to .266. Nobody on. 2 down. And a swing and a miss for Espinosa. A 1-2-3 inning for Matt Garza. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The Nationals up 5-3.
Back to June 24th of last year, Anthony Rendon's home run in the 8th inning tied it up. Brewers couldn't believe it. Then Denard Span in the 9th preserves the tie with that sweet catch. Drew Storen fired up. Then how about all the way to the 16th inning? That guy, Ryan Zimmerman, goes yard. And then how about a play to end the game, Ryan? Send everybody home. And you see the 2 big toes right there. The left big toe, Ryan Zimmerman. The right big toe, Jason Worth. Some high fives after the game. That one only took 5 hours and 22 minutes with a closed roof here at Miller Park.
Only.
And if you remember, a guy named Ross Detweiler pitched 4 innings in relief to really save the day. And we miss Ross. I hope he's doing great. The 2 teams combined for 111 at-bats in that. 485 pitches were thrown. And it was a win.
A leadoff single to start off the 5th inning now for Milwaukee as Garza comes up and puts one just in front of Bryce Harper and right. And starts things off for Milwaukee in the bottom of the 5th.
I remember when Matt Garza was in Chicago, hoping to get out of there. He got traded to Texas during the pennant race, ended up signing with the Brewers after that. But I also remember him telling Jeff Samardzija, pitch your way out of Chicago. And that's one of those careful what you wish for things, because the Cubs are pretty good right now.
You're not kidding.
And the Brewers aren't.
So Garza leads it off with a base hit to right. Hit number 6 off Tanner Roar. And back to the top of the Milwaukee order with their catcher Jonathan Lucroy. He is 0 for 2 in this game. Grounded to short in the 1st. And lined out to Espinosa again in the 3rd. Bouncing ball to Danny at short. Could be 2. Under Rendon. No play at first. Nice slide by Garza trying to take out Rendon. And there's one away.
Flex. The Washington Nationals fans' choice flex packs are on sale now. Choose from some of the season's best matchups. When you pick 4 games, you get 1 free. Go to nationals.com/flex to pick your games today. There's Jason Worth. I knew he was here. He's on the DL. He decided to sit in the stands tonight. He needs to tighten up that beard a little bit, though.
Yeah, that's not a. I've seen better renditions of Jason than that.
It looks like he put some Just for Men red in it.
Howard swings and fouls it off to the left side.
I think that's Brian Zimmerman with the helmet on there, too. And that's Bryce Harper over there on the right. We got it covered. What's up, Bryce?
There you go. I beg your pardon. Was that for FP or for me?
Left-handed Jason Worth.
No balls and 1 strike to Gerardo Parra, the Milwaukee center fielder. Off-speed pitch, and he's way out in front of that one.
Nissan on the pitch track. It's been Tanner Roark's best pitch tonight. Changeup's been good. Curveball's been real good. And look at the bottom drop out of that 77-mile-an-hour deuce.
Lucroy down at first base. 1 away. And the 0-2 pitch. Foul down the left field line out of play. Tanner Roark's 3 starts this year. Went 5 innings at Chicago May 25th. Went 6 at Cincinnati on May 31st. And then his last start in Washington went 5 2/3 against the Cubs. He won that one. And both wins this year have come against Chicago. And here we're in the 5th inning in Milwaukee.
Pitch number 73 coming. 48 strikes, 24 balls so far for Roark.
Jacob Lucroy at first base. That pitch misses outside and low. And the count to Parra, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5-3 Nationals leading it in the bottom of the 5th inning. Milwaukee 17 games back of the Cardinals in the Central. And of the 22 wins they have, 9 have come at home. A swing and a drive to right. That ball is foul. And the count stays at 1-2.
Parra just a little quick on this 91-mile-an-hour fastball. You see the 2-strike mode, no stride. Way foul. But he hit it well.
Boy, that he did. Last 41 games swinging a pretty hot stick, hitting .304. Yeah, the 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball. Can Tanner Roark make the play? He does. Fires to Robinson, and there's 2 down.
Nice play.
You're not kidding.
We always talk about what an athlete Tanner Roark is. I was telling the Brewers broadcasters before the game. High school quarterback in state championship game, 2-time state champion in high school baseball, and showing off the skills right there. Kind of off balance. You see his momentum taking him to first. He has to change direction, plant, and throw sidearm style to first. Nice play.
And the 3rd ball hit back to Tanner tonight. He's recorded outs. And the comebacker to him. Though with 2 down, Ryan Braun will be up for the 3rd time. He's got a perfect night. 2 for 2. The triple to left center. The single up the middle. And on that play, Lucroy went down to second in scoring position. Brewers have 6 hits in this game. And the Nationals have 8. And he misses outside. Ron Braun's got 41 RBIs this year in 33 runs, 54 hits.
Got a little protection on deck too with Adam Lennon, a double off the fence in left center. I know Tanner Roark wants to be careful right here with 2 outs and a base open. Pretty good pitch. Didn't get the call. What's Pitch Track think about this one?
Now the count's 3-0. And Roark in there with a strike. Braun led this ball club in RBIs last year. University of Miami guy, FP, like you.
Yep.
Hurricane. And Roark lost him. That's his first walk of this game. So Braun is on. And that'll bring up Adam Lynn.
Well, I think once you fall behind to a guy like Ryan Braun, who definitely knows how to drive in runs, if he's not going to fish at your pitch and you fall behind and you have a base, even though there's a left-hander on deck, you really don't want to give in. And now you can start fresh, even though you have a left-hander up there in Adam Lynn.
Pitches by Tanner the first inning, 16, went to as high as 20 in the 4th inning. And that's the line for Lynn. Double in the 4th, his last time up. Off-speed pitch, a base hit into right. Rounding third, heading for home. There'll be no play at the plate. The run will score. And Lynn gets the RBI. And LaCroix will score. That's a 5-4 ball game.
Well, let's check out the pitch to Adam Lynn altogether. Another curveball. That one stayed up. It's been Tanner Roark's go-to pitch tonight. And maybe a little overthrow right there. It stays up in the zone. And a big 2-out knock for the Brewers to make this a 1-run game. And runners at the corners now with 2 outs.
And Steve McCanny will take a trip out to talk to Tanner Roark. With 2 away, and the Brewers have runners at the corners now. And McCaddy's had his conversation with the national starter.
See, May 25th, just 66 pitches and increased every outing since. Right now sitting at 81, 52 strikes, 29 balls.
On that base hit by Lynn, Braun takes third. Aramis Ramirez will step in for the 3rd time. He is hitless against Tanner Roark. That's had a 5-1 lead. Now it's a 5-4 advantage. And Ramirez will hit a high fly ball to right field. Harper drifting over, and that ball out of play.
Going to the 4-seam fastball against Ramirez. 2 on the outer half, down and away. See if he tried that 2-seamer in here off the plate. No 2 count.
And Ramirez on that all-star team last year. And the first Milwaukee player in this franchise history to start. All-star game at 3rd base, and he strikes out. The inning is over. Roark puts out the fire, and it's 5-4 as we head to the top of the 6th here in Milwaukee.
Bryce Harper a hit and an error. And that ball up the middle by Denard Span in the 4th. Scored Clint Robinson, and Aramis Ramirez throws that one away, and that would score Denard Span. So 3 errors on the night for the Brewers. They have 50. 50 on the season. And with a little help behind him, Matt Garza might even have the lead right now. 5-4 Nats as we head to the top of the 6th.
And with Clint Robinson stepping in, he's hit his first career major league home run tonight. He's got a perfect night going for him. Homer to right, single to right center. It's a fly ball down the left side, just foul.
There's a Nats box score. Denard Span working on a nice night. Clint Robinson as well. Anthony Rendon with a knock. Michael Taylor is single and a run scored.
Clint Robinson back. Bouncing ball to second. Jeanette's got it. Adam Lind is 1 up and 1 down. Clint Robinson won that Triple Crown in the Texas League a couple of years ago. He's the first out here in the 6th inning. And the Nationals having a 5-4 lead. Michael A. Taylor's a 1 for 2 night. Single in the 4th. Had a run scored. Driven in 21 so far. And he's hit 5 home runs. It's a fly ball to right field. Drifting back is Braun, and he's got it. There's a quick 2 up and 2 down. As Taylor is retired and is playing his 45th game this year.
Yeah, Matt Garza going for the shutdown inning. Momentum's definitely shifted in this one to the Brewers. Tweet your challenge using the hashtag #IChallengeMatt for a chance to win. Go to MassandMe/IChallengeMatt to learn more. You can challenge Matt to anything, and he'll do it. Whatever. Anything.
He's that kind of guy.
It says on the read anything in caps.
Anything.
So anything. You shouldn't say anything if it's not anything. It's anything. Was right.
Roark up for the 3rd time. Struck out his first 2 previous appearances in the 2nd and 4th.
I'm just going to say I challenged him to something last year and it didn't work. So
what was that challenge?
Never mind. Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Check swing. First base umpire Mike Everett says he did not go. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody on and 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning. And 3 quick outs in the 6th inning. That didn't take long at all. We go to the bottom of the 6th at Miller Park. Nationals 5, the Brewers 4.
He's on number 3. You got to do it. Italians got to win, right? I don't like you because you're Italian. I like you because I'm Italian. And of course, the Italian wins. Forget about it.
Yeah. 25 races he won last year. Guy's pretty good.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Or hot dog dinner.
I think I'd take our races anytime, wouldn't you? The racing presidents? Yeah. Menard started back on that hit and came forward to take it. And Shane Peterson is retired to lead off the 6th inning.
There's rumors that in those hot dogs are employees, and whoever wins the race gets to go home early. That's why they race so hard every night. That's just a rumor I've heard throughout the years. A little gossip, little hot dog race gossip for you at home.
Sure. Peterson retired, and Segura will step in. You got a 1-for-2 night going for him.
You know how to spice up the president's race, don't you? They all just put in a hundo every night, and whoever wins takes the pot home. Now you're going to get natural crashes and disasters.
Yeah.
Anything goes. No holds bar. Everybody throw a hundo in. Winner takes all.
Check your insurance protection quickly. Yeah.
Now just race.
Sure. Get out there and do it.
Death match.
Brewers shortstop 1-for-2. Some work out in the Brewers bullpen. Blazek loosening up. And Roark delivers that pitch. 2 balls and a strike now. 91. And swinging fouled off right there at the plate.
Brewers box score. Adam Linds, nice night working. Ryan Braun, same thing. So 3 and 4 getting the job done for the Brew Crew so far in this one.
Couple of hits for Braun, couple of hits for Lind. And Milwaukee with 7 total. Nationals 8, just over the outstretched glove of Anthony Rendon at second base and a base hit. And Segura makes that turn at first. But thought about maybe taking second. Goes back to the bag at first, and there's 1 on.
Bryce Harper's as good as anybody holding doubles to singles. Watch Tanner Roark jump up in the air with Anthony Rendon. You see pitchers do that all the time. But Bryce Harper with a bullet. Watch this strike to second base. Boom. That's why guys stay at first base. And Tanner Roark is definitely not dunking with that jump.
Nope, not at all. Robinson with a try to hold Segura on that first. And the throw back. Segura's already stolen 7 bases this year to lead the ball club in that category. Both clubs now with 8 base hits. And Clint Robinson, the lone home run of the game. Swinging a high fly ball to center field. Span on the run. Back and back and back. And he's got it on the warning track. And Segura quickly has to retreat back to first.
Well, it's a long way out there. And you know that Scooter Gennett has pull side pop. But I don't know if he has enough to go straight away center field. Denard Span does a nice job of turning around, finding the wall, finding this ball. And Gene Segura went across second base and retouched on the way back.
So Hector Gomez will come up to hit for Matt Garza. Gomez hitting .210 with a homer and 7 driven in 44 games. So Garza is done for the night. And the pitch to Gomez is low. And Gomez as a pinch hitter, 1 for 11.
Got to keep Segura close right here. His 7 stolen bases, only been caught once. 1-run game.
And Gomez swings. He got all of that one. That one's going back, and Taylor on the warning track. He'll take it, and that retires the side as Roark gets out of a jam. He's gone 6 innings now for Washington. They lead it by 1 as we head to the top of the 7th.
Alexandria 5-4 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Denard Span has been the offensive story besides Clint Robinson's first career home run. We're going to show you a little hashtag Spanny in this one. 3 for 3 working. First time up, double. You're wondering if it was going to get out. Halfway up the wall in right center field. So a leadoff double for Denard. And next time up, a little lob wedge to left. And then third time up, base hit up the middle. And that scored Clint Robinson. So Denard Span leading this thing off in the top of the 7th. A perfect 3 for 3, trying to have a 4-hit night.
And the Brewers have brought in Mike Blasek from the bullpen. Mostly a breaking ball pitcher, FP.
Yeah, he's got a slider and a curveball. Slider 33% of the time at 82, curveball 77. So he does throw the off speed more than the fastball. Fastball at 93. The league hitting 145 against him this year.
No home runs allowed. Pitched last night in Pittsburgh as they got shut out 2-0. And 20 of his last 24 appearances giving up no runs.
Jason Worth wants some runs. Look at the mini batting helmet over there on the little guy.
Yeah. I think he heard you. Wearing the Harper jersey, too.
That's got to have some ice cream in it, or did.
Yeah, did.
Crushed it.
Span leads off the 7th, bouncing ball to 3rd. Ramirez on the run, fires across to Lynn, 1 up and 1 down. Now, Ed Garza gives up the 5 runs tonight, 8 hits, and struck out 4, gave up the home run to Robinson. And Blasek retires the first batter he faces.
Only 2 of those runs were earned that Garza gave up.
Anthony Rendon 1 for 3. That's in there for a strike. Opponents hitting only 145 off of Michael Blasek. And a fastball outside misses at 93. And the count to Anthony Rendon, 2 balls and a strike. On deck is Escobar, then Bryce Harper.
Anytime you see a guy with more off-speed percentage than fastball, tells you he's not going to really use the fastball in what you would think is a fastball count. 2-1 slider right there to Anthony Rendon.
That ball low inside. And the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Mercedes-Benz on the pitch track. What did Mercedes think? Thought it was a good pitch.
And Blakes again comes inside and he lost him. So Rendon on for the 2nd time tonight.
Bring Dad out to the ball game for Father's Day and watch the Nats take on the Buccos. That's Sunday, June 21st, 1:35 start. Visit nationals.com to purchase your tickets today. Father's Day at the Yard. I am in.
Yeah. I'm with you. And Desmond's a daddy. And Yadiel Escobar lined to short in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd, and then grounded to Segura at short in the 4th, his last time up.
Pretty deliberate to the plate right there in his first delivery. Let's see if Anthony Rendon's thinking about it.
Rendon down at first after the walk. And Escobar swinging away, fouls it off to the right. Rendon's attempted to steal only 1 base, been thrown out on that attempt. Nats got a 5-4 lead. And we're at the top of the 7th in Milwaukee. That ball fouled out of play.
We see the change in the game plan for Yadiel Escobar. He went pull mode last time up against Garza. Nice play. Give it to a kid. Way to go. Booth gives you a high five for that one. And this time up, he's trying to shoot that hole between 1st and 2nd. Anytime you see Escobar hit with a runner on 1st, only he's trying to hit the ball behind the runner, hit the ball in that hole.
And the pitch to Escobar. Fly ball down the right field line. That's going to drift up in the stands, out of play. And the count stays at no balls and 2 strikes, 1 away in the 7th. Escobar, the first Nats player in Washington history with a couple of 5-hit games, 2 of them in the same year.
I'd quit if I had 2 5-hit games in a year.
What's the most you had?
I'd just quit after the 2nd one.
Rendon is going to throw to 2nd, and he is out at 2nd. Strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning. And we head to the bottom of the 7th. Nice throw from Lucroy to get Rendon at 2nd base.
Stop your Hyundai 7th inning stretch. Some walnuts? Some candied walnuts? I don't know. That's what I'm going with.
Nationals with a 5-4 lead over Milwaukee. Tanner Roark goes back out there for the bottom of the 7th. And why not, FP? Been pitching well. First pitch swinging, high fly ball out to left. Michael A. Taylor drifting in.
I think I found something scarier than Mr. Met on top of the Brewers dugout between innings. That is creepy. It's Barrel Man, and I'm having nightmares about Barrel Man, and he just totally topped Mr. Met on the creepiest mascot in the history of baseball. I don't even know what that is.
This guy made his debut this year, didn't he? First year for him?
I don't know.
I think so.
It should be his last year, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That is.
FP, for your information, he is available for public functions.
Really? What, to scare kids?
He'll do it.
Oh,
look at that. Gerardo Parra will face Tanner Roark here in the 7th inning. 1 away. 1 pitch fly ball from Lucroy to Michael A. Taylor in left field.
Oh, no. Stop it.
Okay, next will be the racing sausages. Here's a swing and a long drive to right field. That ball is going way back, and it's gone. Home run for Gerardo Parra.
Well, just missed one his last time up foul. This time up, you see the target by Wilson Ramos, the elevation out over the middle. Might have been a changeup from Tanner Roark, and he was right on it, almost like he knew it was coming. And this game's tied.
Number 9 given up by Roark this year in the home run category. Parra pumping his fist, and he has tied the game at 5. With the 1 away, it'll bring up Ryan Braun. Swinging a foul back out of play. Well, the Brewers have battled back, and they were at a hole of 5-1 early in this game. Heading into the bottom of the 4th inning. And for the Brewers, their 9th hit of this game. In the Nats bullpen, Rivera and Aaron Barrett on the left, Rivera on the right. And a swing and a miss. And Roark racks up strikeout number 4.
You kind of saw it in Tanner Roark's last outing against the Cubs. Right when he got to the 100-pitch mark, that's when the Cubs started to do damage. And he left the changeup up to Parra, tie ball game. And after 101 pitches, Matt Williams out of the dugout, and he's going to go to his bullpen.
Well, Roark is finished for the evening. And will come Felipe Rivero. On Masson is brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland. Put your vacation days to good use in Ocean City, Maryland. Book now at OCOcean.com. By Airlines for America, where airplanes land, opportunity takes off. And by Night Point Systems. They offer the technology you need when you need it.
Tanner Roark done for the night. 2 outs, nobody on. Matt Williams going with a left-on-left matchup with Felipe Rivero. Fastball averaging 94 this year. 5th appearance for Rivero. 7 strikeouts against 2 walks. Lefty's hitting .286 against the Nats left-hander.
Young guy from Venezuela. In his 4th appearance of the year. And he comes out of the Nats bullpen. Nobody on. And this game is tied at 5 on the power home run. Nationals 5-8-0. Brewers 5-9-3. And the pitch to Adam Lind. Breaking ball just misses outside. 1 ball, 2 balls, and no strikes. Rivera struck out 7 coming out of the pen this year. Walked only 2. And it's 3 balls and no strikes.
Tie ball game. Guy with 9 home runs. You're thinking green light possibilities here.
Ramirez is on deck, and then Peterson.
Maybe not.
And their first strike. Rivera's only pitched 5 2/3 innings in 4 appearances, 3 appearances. His job to keep this right where it is. That ball hit down the left field line. It's going to drift off foul into the seats.
This ballpark is something. I mean, that was a shank right there. Yeah. Distance. Had a chance to get out of here.
Well, the Nats are tied with the Mets now because the Mets won this afternoon. There's a deadlock at the top of the East. Count is full. The first baseman Adam Lind, and he strikes him out. So Rivera comes in, gets the job done, but not before Milwaukee puts a run across. They've tied this thing up at 5-5 as we go to the bottom of the 8th at Miller Park in Milwaukee. The 8th inning on this first of 4. The Peanuts are back in Woodbridge coming up June 12th through 14th. Come out to the Fitz for Steven Souza Jr. figurine giveaway night, family camp out, and Saturday night fireworks spectacular. For all your ticket and promotional information, how about calling 703-590-2311 Like us on Facebook and Twitter, or find us on the web at PotomacNationals.com. New pitcher for the Brewers. Will Smith comes in. 53% breaking ball, 47% fastball. He's had 25 games under his belt this year with a 1-0 record. ERA of 1.83 in 19 2/3 innings. And holding the opponents to a 178 batting average. So this is the third Milwaukee pitcher the Nats will face tonight, and Bryce Harper leads it off, followed by Wilson Ramos, then Danny Espinosa.
Fastball 93, slider 82, curveball 77, 78.
Left-hander against left-hander. Bryce with a 328 batting average. That's outside for ball 2.
You remember Will Smith was the guy that Freddie Gonzalez checked for pine tar in his forearm and got ejected from a game at the end of May against the Braves in Atlanta.
That's right. He's a big kid, 6'5", 260 from Noonan, Georgia. Came from Kansas City in 2013. Had a career-high 78 appearances last year. In his first full season with Milwaukee, as Harper swings through a 94. And the count's 3 balls and 1 strike.
Oh, Smith talking to himself out there. Bryce Harper with a 3-0 green light, mighty hack. See if he challenges again here in a 3-1 count.
And Bryce will walk. Adding to a season total of 3 passes. So Harper leads off the 8th with a walk. That'll bring up Wilson Ramos. And that's the 50th time that Bryce Harper's walked this year.
Well, leadoff walk in the top of an 8th in a tie ball game has to find its way around the bases, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Those usually haunt you.
Yeah. And Smith delivers 93 in their first strike. Almost a ground ball to third, struck out swinging, and grounded to Segura at short. He's 0 for 3 in this game. And the Nats catcher now hitting .258 on the year. And Smith will keep Harper tight at first. And a check down to Bob Henley for the sign from Wilson Ramos at third.
I don't think you go hit and run anytime here, but you never know. Wilson Ramos does hit a lot of ground balls.
That's a fly ball down the right field line. A line drive in the stands. Now to play in the count quickly ahead 0-2 with Smith against Wilson Ramos. Well, Smith spent some time with Kansas City before he came to Milwaukee. Originally drafted by the Angels back in 2007, the 7th round of the first-year player draft. Yeah, the 0-2 pitch. Foul down the left side.
I think LeBron James just almost caught that ball down there. There's LeBron.
He got a night off, doesn't he?
He had it, but he missed it. LeBron with the rebound?
Got to take that.
No.
Oh. That's ugly. That was ugly. Yeah. Young lady blonde friend next to him saying, "Oh my goodness, should have had that one," or something to that effect.
Or I don't know you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Do you realize you're on television?
I don't. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just sitting next to the girl in the white hat. I don't know who this guy is.
Should have had it.
You can't wear a LeBron jersey and miss the rebound. Sorry.
No, not at all. One ball, two strike pitch. In there for strike three. So Ramos goes down.
Pretty good pitch right here. 94 miles an hour from Will Smith. And you see everything down the zone. He's getting on top of it nice. And Wilson Ramos obviously looking for something off speed there in a 2-strike count.
So Danny Espinosa will step in for a 4th time. Fly to center, struck out swinging the last 2 times. 0 for 3 night. Danny with a .258 batting average. On a tear of late. And that average slowly creeping up. Off speed pitch outside for ball.
Danny. Yeah, look at the right-handed numbers. 351.
2 homers, 4 driven in. And we're in a 5-5 ball game. A throw back to Harper. And Bryce just did get back.
Bryce looking like he wants to run over there. He had a little bigger lead that time. And the step-off throw from Will Smith made it close at first. That's a pretty good step-off move. That'll keep you a little bit closer once you see one of those as a base runner.
Let's see what Bryce is thinking down there at first. Count runs to 2 balls and no strikes.
Terry Mulholland had the best step-off move I've ever seen. When he would step off and do that, it came over there about 90. And if you were more than 2.5 steps off the base, you were dead.
You speaking from experience?
Yes. A guy has one of those, a lefty.
Yeah. He's got a good move to first. We just saw it. Espinosa skies one to left. On the run is Peterson. Calling off Segura. He makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Just missed it.
Yeah.
Good pass by Espinosa. Just gets underneath this, and he wants it back. He got the pitch in the zone he was looking for. Just got underneath it. And you see the frustration by Danny. Pretty good pass. Just got under it.
Yeah, that'll bring the left-handed hitting Clint Robinson to face Will Smith. Good 2-hit night for Clint, playing first tonight with Ryan Zimmerman, going on the 15-day DL. Way out in front in that swing. Will Smith has thrown 14 pitches here in this 8th inning.
They got some free tickets and all kinds of fun stuff for catching Clint Robinson's home run.
They got Harper off first. The throw down to second, and he's out at second. Caught him in between. He fired it off to Segura with a tag, and the Nationals out of the inning. They will go to the bottom of the 8th. Milwaukee coming up, and they're in a 5-5 ball game.
Follow the Nationals all season in 2015 with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Up to the moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, and StatCast. Get MLB.com at bat for your smartphone or tablets. You see the arsenal for Aaron Barrett. Fastball mid-90s. Breaking ball is the slider. Strike one with the fastball. Always a key in an Aaron Barrett outing.
29 appearances for Barrett this year, 3-1 record. Opponents hitting .244, right-handers .275, left-handers .185. And Ramirez leads off the 8th inning for Milwaukee and takes a strike. He's 0 for 3 in this game. 5-5 at Miller Park in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. All of a sudden, the Brewers pitching throwing goose eggs up there against the Nats the last 4 innings. Check swing. That's in there for a strike. So Barrett quickly ahead in the count to Ramirez.
Get me over slider, steal strike one, goes to the nasty slider, no one count. That's why strike one is so important for Barrett. Whether it's the fastball or the get me over slider, it allows him to get to his nasty slider, which is not usually a strike. Looks like a strike, but it isn't.
Barrett's thrown 20 and 2/3 innings this year, giving up 19 hits, 11 runs, all earned. Only allowed 1 home run, walked 5, struck out 27. Ramirez will be followed by Shane Peterson and Gene Segura here in the Brewers' 8th inning. And Barrett will step off the rubber. Nationals 5-8-0, Milwaukee 5-9-3. Just barely missed on that pitch. Ramirez against the Nationals in his career at .280 batting average. He's hit 20 home runs.
Comes a slider.
Knocked in 71. There it is. And just missed. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full.
I think Wilson Ramos just assumed that was strike 3. Got up to throw it to third. It might have taken a strike away. He's having a chat right now with Tim Welke. He thought that was a strike.
And a swing, and ball gets away from Ramos. Can he get him at first? To Robinson, safe at first. So Ramirez a strikeout victim. The ball gets away from Ramos.
Well, that was one where he was caught in between. He didn't know if the slider was going to hit the dirt or he was going to catch it in the air. And you saw his glove kind of in between and allowed the ball to get to the backstop and allowed Ramirez to get to first. I think that was tough to judge for Ramos, whether he was going to catch it in the air or block it, and he got caught in between both.
So the Brewers get their leadoff man on here in the 8th inning. And Shane Peterson steps in to face Aaron Barrett. With the go-ahead run for Milwaukee down at first base. 0 for 3 night for Peterson. Barrett 14th among National League relievers in strikeouts per 9.
The last 12 games for the bullpens been a little bit of a scuffle. 1-3 ERA, no bueno, on an average. Small sample size, but maybe why Carpenter was added today.
Earned run average 9th in the National League at 3.64 for the team. Bullpen earned run average. Matt Williams. Barrett's ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Peterson. Ramirez down at first. Nobody out in the last of the 8th inning. That ball, nice stop by Ramos.
See, that one he knew was going to be in the dirt because you could tell it was going to be short.
Correct.
The strike 3 to Ramirez, he was caught in between. You see how short that one? So now he knows, okay, this one's in the dirt. When you call a slider as a catcher, especially with 2 strikes, you're anticipating it in the dirt, especially when it's Aaron Barrett. So you're thinking to yourself, okay, I called slider, I got to block it. But that one by Barrett for strike 3 was right in between.
Bouncing ball to Espinosa. On to Rendon for 1. To Robinson. He can't make the play at first. Ball gets away from him. And headed down to second base is Peterson. In there safely. They get the force at second. Ramirez is gone. But Peterson advances down to second base.
Well, you're thinking that might be a double play. Espinosa with a good feed to Rendon, who kind of backs away from the bag and throws it in the dirt. And did that hit Peterson in the helmet on a hop? Yeah, got him right in the coconut. Ricochets over. So a weird inning. A strikeout of Ramirez, and he's aboard. And what looked like a double play turns into the go-ahead run on second base with 1 out. Kind of a sloppy inning here for the Nats defensively.
The Nats pick up their first error of this game on that throw. So Barrett's got to really bear down now with a go-ahead run down at second base and 1 away. And the Brewers shortstop has a 2-hit night. Singles his last 2 times up. Shane Peterson at second. The pitch. Bouncing ball down the right side, foul.
I'm kind of wondering why Craig Counsell didn't bunt Shane Peterson in that situation. I mean, you're hitting 6, 231. Obviously, Counsell knows his personnel far better than I do, but it turned out the same. He's got Peterson on second base with 1 out, just like if he would have sacrificed bunt, except for he's on second instead of Ramirez. It's a good trade of runners. He's faster than Ramirez.
And Barrett ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strike. A bouncing ball to Robinson. He's got to make it. Can Barrett get there in time? Yes, he does. Got him at first base. But Peterson down to third with 2 outs. And Scooter Gennett called up today.
Well, that's had adventure written all over it. You see the top spin right there, and it shoots on Clint Robinson. The last hop. Good job by Aaron Barrett getting to the base. Great feed by Robinson, but the play was made with the glove. Ranging far to his right, that last hop, it had so much topspin on it, it took off on Robinson. He reached out and stabbed it. Nice spin move to make the throw, hitting Barrett, who was there. That was not an easy play by any means, especially with the go-ahead run on second base.
And FP, as quick as Segura is, makes it even more impressive.
Nice play.
Yeah. The hitless Scooter Gennett with a chance to put his ball club on top with a base hit. Takes a pitch in there for a strike on the inside corner.
The tricky part of this play, watch the last hop. Right here, it takes off. Boom! Shoots on him, kind of kicks toward Anthony Rendon. Plant sets himself, makes a good throw, and doesn't rush it right there. That was nice.
And Aaron Barrett wasting no time getting over to cover first base. No balls and a strike. The second baseman, Scooter Gennett. And that's a base hit. And the Brewers take a 6-5 lead. Gennett had a notion to take 2. He's got the single. And Milwaukee leads it by 1.
You see the smirk on Matt Williams' face. That's the most reaction you'll ever see out of the Nats skipper. And he's thinking probably what you're thinking at home. A strikeout gets a base runner. A double play gets a guy in scoring position, or a potential double play gets a guy in scoring position. And then Scooter Gennett with a little inside-out swing drives home the go-ahead run to make this a 6-5 game here in the bottom of the 8th.
And for Scooter Gennett, that's only his 4th driven in this year. A 154 hitter comes through. Perez facing Barrett. 0.67 batting average. And he is 1 for 9.
Francisco Rodriguez getting loose in the Brewers bullpen for save opportunity.
The throw back, and Gennett's back safely. Strange 8th inning, to say the least. Hernan Perez at the plate. 92. The ball counts 2 balls and no strikes.
You know, his velocity's been down this inning in the low 90s.
And
here comes everybody out to see if Aaron Barrett's okay.
They wasted no time, did they?
No.
Came out quickly.
Well, you know, it's about knowing your personnel, and Aaron Barrett's as tough as anybody. If he's showing some pain, shaking his head like that, it's not a good thing. I'll try, and everyone's shaking their head no. You can see the concern on Aaron Barrett's face. He's worried. And they're trying to figure out who's coming in.
Nobody had been throwing in that Nationals bullpen.
Steve McCatty signaled for the right-hander, and the whole bullpen's holding their hands up in the air like, which one? And they're still trying to figure it out in the bullpen, and we hope that Aaron Barrett is okay.
You're not kidding.
There's guys raising their hand. Is it me? Nobody knows. And Steve McCatty just went the short guy, so I guess that's Casey Jansen.
Yeah.
See the last pitch again. See if we see anything. I didn't notice anything live. Just kind of waved his arm around.
So Jansen comes in from the Nationals bullpen, and he will have plenty of time to get ready to face Milwaukee here in the 8th with 2 outs.
Jordan Zimmerman on the mound for the Nats. 5-3 record, 3.18 ERA. Career against the Brewers 4-0 with a 2.35. Better than that, we're going to be out at the tailgate, the Zimmerman tailgate tomorrow with cameras. Mike Fiers takes the mound for the Brewers. 2-6 record with a 4.06 ERA. Coverage begins at 7:30 with Nats Extra on Masson 2.
And so Casey Janssen is coming out of the bullpen.
Yeah, fastball, curveball change. Fastball in the upper 80s, low 90s. And he gets as many pitches as he needs to warm up because Aaron Barrett left with an injury, and we're hoping he's okay.
Hard to tell what it was, though, FP. You couldn't tell. But
I don't know what it is, but if you're around guys long enough and you know their body language, and you know that Aaron Barrett's one of the toughest guys on the team, and you saw the concern on his face, that's why I'm worried. You just saw the look on his face, and that's all you really needed to see.
Went right back to the Nationals clubhouse. If we get word, we'll pass it along to you. Yeah, we will have a report after the game.
Strange 8th inning indeed.
Strikeout. The ball got past Ramos. Runner on. An error. An out. An RBI hit by Scooter Gennett. And Milwaukee's come roaring back from 5-1 hole to lead it 6-5. And Casey Janssen now making his 9th appearance of the year. Going 7 2/3 innings, 4 hits. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts.
Well, you got to remember that he's got Scooter Gennett on first base with 2 outs, and he can fly.
He will face Hernan Perez with a count of 2 balls and no strikes. Janssen misses outside with an 86-mile-an-hour breaking ball. The count is 3 balls and no strikes. And Perez will walk. And down to second goes Gennett.
Think of catchers that have led off historically. It's odd that you see a guy like Jonathan Lucroy leading off. But Craig Biggio, when he was a catcher with the Astros, led off. I know that. Jason Kendall, when he was with the Pirates, led off a lot. I know John Jaso with the A's has done it, and Russell Martin, when he was with the Dodgers, would lead off. It's not very common, but you've seen it here and there.
What's even more interesting, a guy like Jonathan Lucroy hitting 195 for the season as your leadoff guy, and hasn't caught that many games.
Well, he's been banged up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Playing uphill all year. Got off to a real slow start, and he's trying to find his stroke.
This is only his 22nd game of the year. Milwaukee with a runner at second and first. 2 outs in the 8th. 1 run in. Bouncing ball to short. Espinosa's got it onto Rodon for the force. And Janssen gets out of a jam, but not before Milwaukee takes the lead. They lead at 6-5. Clint Robinson, he's already homered. He'll be leading off for the Nats. Changed defensively. Hernan Perez, who came in to pinch hit, goes to third.
And you see the arsenal. Check out the bottom. 42% of the time with the changeup. That's the most that K-Rod has thrown it in his career at 83 miles an hour. The fastball, the lowest velocity of his career at just 89 miles an hour. So the first time his heater is averaged below 90 in his career. He'll throw an occasional curveball at 75 miles an hour.
He becomes the Brewers' fourth pitcher in this game. Matt Garza started. Blazek came in. Will Smith, now Rodriguez.
Lots of changeups. And there's one right there to start it up.
81. 1 ball, no strikes. Robinson went deep with his first major league home run this year. There's Desi.
Getting loose.
Yep, getting ready to hit.
A couple spots away. Another changeup.
And quickly Rodriguez ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
So in Anaheim, or Los Angeles now, in 2003, his fastball averaged 94. A lot of miles on the car. Now it's 89. He's throwing lots of changeups, as you've seen. Another one, almost like an ephus pitch at 83.
Pitched Tuesday at Pittsburgh. Perfect 9th inning. Got his 12th save of the season. In 19 of his 22 appearances, given up nada. Unscored upon. And Clint Robinson takes a strike. Counts even at 2-2.
82 on that changeup. So 81, 81, 83, 82 on the 4 pitches that Clint Robinson has seen.
Got 5 seasons of 40+ saves. Had 62, a record with the Angels back 7 years ago. Robinson fouls it back out of play. Staying alive.
So in the 2nd inning, first career home run. Why not? Show it to you again. Matt Garza on a fastball in. Clint Robinson going about 5 rows back, 4 rows. Got the silent treatment for a second in the dugout. And he would love home run number 2 right here.
It's a bouncing ball to short. Segura on to first, and Robinson retired to start the 9th inning.
Michael Taylor is not afraid of the big stage. He's had some big home runs this year. Go back to Arizona. Remember May 13th, Bryce Harper ejected. The game found Michael Taylor, bases loaded. He goes deep to give the Nats the lead. And then the big one in Cincinnati to put him ahead on May 30th. And just yesterday, the fastball up and away in Yankee Stadium. 4-2 game turned into a 4-4 game in the 8th inning. Another clutch home run off the bat of Michael Taylor.
Michael, 5 homers, 21 driven in. Trying to keep the Nationals alive here in the 9th inning. Trying to tie this thing up or maybe take the lead, hopefully. They're trailing at 6-5. 1 for 3 night for the young guy from down in Hollywood, Florida. Ian Desmond on the on-deck circle.
Chuck is trying to will a home run right here. I like how they're working. See what you're doing.
7th inning or later, good numbers for Michael A. Taylor. AFP, whatever works, right?
Yep. So hard to stay back on an 80-mile-an-hour pitch. It really is.
And Francisco Rodriguez ahead in the count 0-2. Michael A. Taylor, ground ball to third. Nice play by Perez. Across to Lynn, and there's 2 down. Well, they made the change. They put Perez at third. Here's the result.
Yeah. Beautiful play on an in-between hop. He gave with it. Soft hands. Ball hit hard by Michael Taylor on a team that has made 3 errors tonight. Perez makes a nifty play for out number 2 here in the top of the 9th. Ian Desmond, the Nats' last hope.
Desmond as a pinch hitter. 234 this season. And a line drive just over the outstretched glove of Gene Segura for a base hit. So Desmond keeps the Nationals' hopes alive in the 9th.
So you thought you had the day off, Ian Desmond. You come up in the top of the ninth, 2 outs, and get a hanging changeup. And the Brewers played no doubles in the outfield, cutting down the angle on this ball. Desmond had notions of 2 as soon as it got over Segura's head. Peterson does a nice job of getting over there and cutting it off, and now Denard Span trying to keep this thing alive. And see if Ian Desmond has any thoughts of stealing second base.
What a night for Denard Span. Average up to 310 with a 3-for-4 night. Desmond at first, 2 outs, top of the ninth.
Nice stop by Lucroy.
And the Span ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Anthony Rendon next. Hopefully, and then Escobar. And then Harper. 6-5 Milwaukee. And the pitch. And it's 2-0. Francisco Rodriguez, 9th all-time Major League saves list, 360.
1 pitch, 1 spot if you're Denard Span. Fastball in your sweet spot.
And let's see if he gets the fastball.
That looked outside to me.
It sure did to me, too. And Denard Span thinks the same thing.
Well, I took a look back at Tim Welke. Let's see what Pitch Track has to say. I mean, Lucroy setting up off the plate, and then he had to reach for it away. That wasn't even close. Should have been ball 3.
The Brewer fans on their feet at Miller Park. Their club has come from a 5-1 hole to lead it 6-5 with 2 outs here in the 9th. And the 2-1 to Denard Span. Bouncing ball to Lynn, and that will do it. Scooter Gennett with the RBI that put Milwaukee ahead in the 8th inning. And it took the lead. They hold the lead. And the Brewers have won the first of this 4-game series. The final here at Miller Park tonight is 6-5 Milwaukee.